Smooth start. Smooth start. Ooh. Echo. Ooh. There we go. That should be better. Can you hear me okay? I think it's mostly people in my house here, and Nero is here as well, which is great. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm always paranoid since that first time. Oh, thank you. I'm always paranoid since that first time where I had the stream playing on the phone that I was recording with. I do need a bit of a better setup. I'm kind of looking at a way to stream multicam so I can go back and forth, which would be good. I have the monitor way too far ahead for my old eyes. I'm going to make that closer. Closer. There we go. Awesome. Thank you, supportive friends, for coming. And my friends Matt and Danielle, who, even though they're in the same house, they're on separate devices. And if that isn't YouTube stream friendship, I truly don't know what is. So yes, I very much appreciate it. I think my daughter is watching upstairs on the living room TV. My partner is upstairs, and Matt and Danielle. So if anyone comes along, this is a very cozy and intimate last minute stream. I just like to keep the tradition alive, I guess. I like doing one every second Friday. It's kind of nice. I did this one a little bit early in case anyone did come by that ended up wanting to go to the Out of Dart stream that starts at 9:30 our time. Because I feel like anyone who happens by this stream is probably a candidate to go watch that stream, unless you live in this house or come to this house all the time. And then you're just here to be nice. But that's good too. COVID does strike again. So the next stream, for anyone who watches this later, because it usually does get a few watches later, the next stream with all the vintage stuff will be in 2 weeks. I'm very excited. I got a big package all wrapped up with the only Nerf. I managed to find the only Nerf that I ever had as a child, still in its package, never opened. The box is a little beat up, so I am going to actually open it, I think. So I'm excited to open that up on that stream. And I know there's a few people who are pretty interested in the vintage stuff, just that I've connected with on different channels, who will be there for that one. And that one I'll probably put the notice out earlier. I just set this one up a little bit earlier today. So what I was thinking we would do, I did a community poll because those are just unlocked at 500 subs. And I mentioned the situation and said, should I do another stream tonight where I maybe open up a blaster that I have in box that I've never used before? And I had the options as, nah, I'm washing my hair. Sure, I'll still come. That'd be fun. And I'll come but do something else. And it was neck and neck between hair washing and sure, do it anyway. And then hair washing got a little bit ahead. And then there was a tiebreaker of sure, but do something else. So I took that as encouragement. I'm doing it anyway. So what we're going to do after all that is I have a little bit of a dragon's hoard of blasters that I've never opened because I got them on sale or I got them unopened still in a box from Marketplace. And I don't like to just, if I get a blaster like this, I don't like to just open it up with reckless abandon. If I'm going to open something big and fun, I would really like to have time to actually play around with it. I got this Titan probably 1.5 years ago, and it's been here in the basement, still in a box. It's not the best performing thing, but it does come with the only 50 round Nerf drum mag. So that's kind of one of its claims to fame. So that would be really cool to open. Poor Matt. Poor Matt has no hair to wash. That's why he came. He was not busy washing his hair. He came here instead. So this is one option. This Titan, and that would be kind of neat because I wouldn't mind playing around with that drum mag. This is another one, the Mega Motostrike. It's basically a Mega Strife. It doesn't have the best performance, but I would really like to mod this because I do love Mega, and I would love to have a beefy Mega flywheeler. I think that would be super fun. It also has kind of a unique clip. It's the only 10-round Mega clip that there is. So that's kind of that encourages me to want to open this one too. This one I would really like to get going on do a 3S lipo build and really get the rate of fire up. It's really fun to fire mega darts from a flywheel blaster. I have one other blaster that will do that. The Ultra 2, this Ultra 2 I converted to fire mega darts, so it doesn't do it stock, but that was a fun little project. But I would like, this would be fun to open. Next up I'm going through Vanna Whiting all of our choices here. I bought this guy, and I do love Zombie Strike. And I got this Scavenger, which is the successor to the lever action. Oh my goodness, what is the lever action Zombie Strike blaster called? Sling Fire. It's the successor to the Sling Fire. It has like lots of neat little accessories on it. As much as I'm not a big accessory person, it has like kind of like a tin can barrel type of thing. It has a cool thing where the stock has an extra blaster built into it. This one's really good. I got this one with Canadian Tire money. So Canadian Tire money, the Motostrike was on sale as well for like half what it normally would be. Hello, Beans Dude. Yes, that is a Scavenger. So I'll recap super quick. If you just popped in, I'm kind of going over what I want you guys to help me decide to open. I have a Titan, which I'm tempted to open for that 50-round drum mag. I have a Motostrike, which I'm tempted to open because I do want to do that as a mod project. And then back here, I wasn't going to get it, and then they weren't anywhere, and they were selling out the Halo blaster because it's supposed to be pretty good. This would be a fun project one, I think, as well. And I guess last for now, because that's enough, really. I did get this. This was on sale at Toys R Us. It was like $50, I think. But with the cost of rockets these days, I have my eye on this for so many times and almost bought it so many times. I would also really like to emulate that Dr. Flux build where he actually hooks a compressor, builds a compressor into a Fortnite GL rocket launcher. I mean, that would be pretty ambitious for me. It would be quite a learning experience for me, but I think it would be cool. But I honestly, I bought this almost as much for the rockets. Rockets are expensive. If you know anything about the whole rocket game, there's probably, in fact, I know there is. I should have almost set up a little poll, but I'm gonna put it out there to you guys. I see Beans Dude he's into the heavy GL, and I'm also curious to get this guy open. I've heard lots of conflicting things about it. Like, I don't know. I know what I'm getting. I certainly know it's a hamp, which means there's no springs or anything. You're like it works as well as you can fire it. I know what it is. I think it looks really cool. I would love to put it up on my Nerf wall, and I think it would be a fun project at some point. Although it's hard with blasters that I only have one of because it gets very. I don't know if I'm going to want to tear it apart. So we'll see. It might be the kind of thing that someday down the road, maybe I thrift another one and that becomes a project one. So yeah. So we got one for the Fortnite, the heavy GL. I see Danielle she's saying Titan for her so far. Do I have any other people with any opinions on what they would be curious to see opened up here? Will I take a refreshing sip? I get a Dr. Flux mug, and I really like the mug, but the logo, for streaming purposes, the logo is kind of on the wrong side. It's if I'm actually having it. Although it's nice though, because I can look at it. It's a cute mug. All right, so far we have Beans do here. Beans do making it harder, saying he also likes the Halo one. That's not. Oh, that's not narrowing it down. I don't know. The Halo one is called the. I should know. I was just playing Halo not long ago. It is the MA40, and it does look pretty cool, and it's actually supposed to work pretty well for what it for being a stock Nerf flywheeler. Matt, do you have any opinion? Two board broads. Do you have any opinions here? Any tiebreakers here? Otherwise, it might be. Well, I don't know. I got one for each here. Next time I'll do a poll. Oh, there's a way to do a poll right there. I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to wait and let someone say it in the chat. Matt's in there with the GL or the M40 GL for the rockets, but the M40 so I can use it the next Nerf night. That is a good point. I feel like it's possible I would end up using the Halo one a bit more. As much as the Fortnite one would be super cool to. The Fortnite one would be cool to display, but I feel like I would use the Halo one more these days. I'm gonna go Halo because Beans Doob is into that one. Matt gave it a vote. Danielle, I'm very sorry. I will open up that Titan at some point because the Titan, because I really would like to try out that drum mag with my Dart Zone Pro Mark III. I think that would be very, very, very OP to have 50 rounds in that Mark III. That would be super fun. That's what I would use in the backyard next time. That is very rude. I'm very sorry. I am very sorry. Also, I kind of want to, since Beans Dude here was nice enough to swing by, and I don't actually know him personally, I kind of want to make sure I'm opening up something he likes. I'm here to please. Oh, this is looking nice. This is looking really, really. I really like the. I'm not usually a big fan of like white blasters, but this one actually looks. It's kind of a little bit of a eggshelly color. Let's snip some things. I'm also working on doing a multicam setup because I would really like to, if I'm doing stuff like this on the stream, I would love to be able to have overhead views and switch between them. This looks really cool. This would be so amazing to actually put in, to change this out for something with an OLED screen that actually does ammo counting. That would be amazing. I actually have a select fire board and I have an OLED screen. I have a lot of the parts to do an ammo counter select fire board. I just have not gotten to that yet. I need a few parts. I burned out some of my motors and flywheels on my Raven project, unfortunately. So I need to order more before I do that. And I'm just not quite in a position to order more right now. All right. So we have this cool kind of custom shaped clip, which is kind of neat. And all right, not much holding that in there. Wow. Oh, this is cool. A lot of times with blasters like this, if they're not to scale, it kind of can make me grumpy. Hello, Sergeant Nerfs a lot. I'm glad you have arrived. We were just going through. You missed the boat. I was getting people to help me decide what to open. I basically acquired a bunch of blasters over the last year and a half that I just hadn't taken the time to open because I didn't want to waste that new blaster feeling. I just got them on sale or thrifted, new in box, and the vote kind of came around to open up this Halo MA40. So I'm just kind of unboxing that. The cool thing is none of these ones that are still in the box, I've never used any of them either, so it's kind of new to me. So this is neat. Oh, this is kind of cool that it has I guess it needs a little extender where the rail is in behind here. Is that? Oh, wrong way. What a noob. There we go. That locks in. That looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks cool with this faux ammo counter on here, but you actually, if you do that, then you can't see and sight it or anything. let's. I always love getting those special custom colored darts whenever you get a blaster. I almost hate to use them. What is this? What is this? Somebody knows what it is, I bet. Yeah, the extenders on their own would be cool. I've actually been working on my CAD skills, and an extender is one thing I've been working on. I'm working on an extender, and like just basically for practice, doing a few kind of generic things like nerf to Picatinny, Picatinny to nerf, just a few little projects like that. Does anyone know what this does? Oh, it goes in the top. What does it do? I don't know what it does. It goes in here. What do you do? What are you for? I don't want to put you in the wrong way. I think it goes in like that. Or like that. Well, it's in now. It does not move. That must be just something to emulate from the actual game, maybe. All right, let's load this up with darts and see how it works. Oh, it's supposed to be a faux charging handle. Got it. That makes sense. I should really know. I was just playing Halo. I should recognize it. I always, whenever, I don't know why I always mean to just get these and not fire them. I always love all these custom darts. And I always think like someday it would be cool just to have all these kind of mint. Oh, this dart's in kind of rough shape. But then I always kind of like to fire off the darts that it comes with at least once. That's all loaded up. Let's see what you take for batteries. Oh, there's a massive battery tray here. I did get a wealth of batteries to the side because I wasn't sure what this would take. I kind of assumed it would be kind of a strife type of thing, taking 4 AA's or something, but this is a big battery tray. What are we taking here? You're taking 4 C batteries. All right. At least there's lots of room. If I do switch this over and do an upgrade on it, there's, well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if there's a lot of room. That would be kind of a weird space for a lipo, to be honest. But I mean, it can always be done. That's for sure. It is a long screwdriver. It's kind of a pain. Sometimes it's too long of a screwdriver. I have this because on the Percy's, there are screw ports in the Percy's that every other screwdriver I have is not long enough. And it drove me crazy. I was fixing a Percy's one time and I had no way to get in it. So I ordered one of these off Amazon. Fun fact, I almost immediately lost it and I ordered a second one off Amazon. And that is the tale of my long screwdriver. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, this looks cool. So fun fact, the other thing I liked about this one is this is technically bullpup. That clip kind of goes in the back. This is big. This is actually a lot bigger of a blaster than I was giving it credit for. Because I don't really like when replica stuff is... That's a jam door? Yeah, that's kind of a stiff jam door. Oh, well. I don't really like when replica stuff is like feels weeny or undersized. And that's actually kind of what made me avoid it. Hello, Xbox Games. How are you? Hello. I'm glad you came by. I always appreciate people coming by my very last minute stream where I just basically go into my Dragon's Hoard of unopened things, which feels like it makes me feel like a jerk. I've had a couple conversations lately with people who have such a hard time getting blasters because they live overseas or they live somewhere where it's hard to get stuff. I feel a little bit of that being in Canada because we get stuff a bit later. I have to watch Joe at Xbox Games open up all the beautiful things way before I can ever get them, but I don't hold that against them. Matt, why do they always stack the batteries near the front of the blasters? It kind of depends. Some blasters, like when they're thinking about it, some blasters like the Hyperfire, or there are a few other ones where, a lot of times you'll find them in the back. But I have a feeling that the batteries are in the front of this bad boy because it is bullpup, because the clip is in the back. So there's not, when you think of how thin this blaster is, there wouldn't be a heck of a lot of room for batteries anywhere back here. But I will say, like, C batteries are certainly a lot better than D's, that's for sure. Like, this is actually pretty balanced and comfy. So, all right, I hope you guys are enjoying this review of a very old blaster that you've all seen. But it's fun for me. I haven't seen it, and I haven't watched anything for it. So, and I'm hoping for the next stream, I'm going to have my dual camera set up so I can switch over, and you can see me just nailing the target time after time after time. You know what? That's not a bad spin up for a stock Nerf thing. That's all right. I have a chronograph here. Let me use that instead of being... What do we get? 64. I managed to put 1 over the chronograph, and I had a 64. So, yeah, not bad. I'm going to throw a few more darts in it. I always like to see... I usually use mostly Adventure Force waffles because they're more accurate, but they are draggier darts, so you usually do not get as much oomph out of them. But I always like to see what they do and try it out. But this blaster is a cool prop blaster. 62, 65, 60. So you would lose a few FPS for waffles. With those other ones, probably be more in the high 60s. So I don't know. I'm glad to have this one. This would be a good candidate for a project, I think. This is pretty cool. All right. This isn't going to be a super long stream, but since there were a couple decision points about what to open. I am going to open up another blaster. I'm going to open up that Titan. Since Danielle was voting for the Titan to open it, I want to open the Titan, so I'm going to open it up. But I'm pretty glad I opened this one up. This one's going to find a spot on a wall somewhere. Susan, you're watching. I really could use this entire basement for my collection. You know it. I know it. Let's figure something out. You can have a whole other part of the house for your board games. We can make it work. I promise. I'm going to fire these last ones off. Yeah, this is cool. Semi-auto. Looks really nice. I like all the build details and quality. Every time I try a blaster like this, I just think, good lord, why are they making so many bad ones when they're also making so many good ones? But I'm not going to talk about that, because Lord knows I've gone on enough. I've gone on enough about all of my Elite 2.0 disdain. So let's open up this Titan. I've never actually used one. I know they're not super amazing performance-wise, but you know what? Think of this stream as you're getting to go back in time, and you're getting to see a big childlike kid open up a blaster that you knew so much about so long ago for the first time. Matt, could you actually make a working master key? Maybe by a working master. You could definitely make... I mean, people do master keys and stuff all the time. They use a lot of mega magnuses, chop off the handle, turn them over, put some mounts on or some rails on so you can mount it on the bottom of a blaster. I did it's way over there. I don't want to get up and I don't know. I don't want to get up. I have a Meeker master key where he did a really clever 3D printed master key that uses an elastic band. I have it underneath an Ultra 2, and you flick it with your thumb, and it fires a Mega Dart out actually pretty well. So that's pretty neat. I haven't actually done a master key. I actually had, excuse me, it was very cute. A kid saw the thing I had on CBC, and his mom reached out and asked if I would talk to him for his birthday. And I dropped off, he's in town, so I dropped off a Magnus and told him when COVID's over, I know his mom a little bit. When COVID's over, I'm going to come over with a Magnus, and we're going to make master keys together. So I think that'll be super cool. All right, here we go. Oh, the rough cut master key. That's what I would like to do as well. So, Bees Dude, you're saying you did a rough cut master key with the ARs removed. How did you find... I've heard removing the ARs can be can be rough on a rough cut. I don't know what your experience is with that. But, I should not be talking. I should be appreciating, no matter how this works, this looks awesome. Oh, did I open the wrong end? What's in here? What do we got in here? We got a bunch of darts. We have a nice carry strap. We have an instruction manual. Here's that famous drum. Gotta see if I can drop it on the ground. Oh, it shoots all darts at once. Yeah, of course it would. How well do they come out? Interesting. That sounds cool though. That would definitely be a cool shotgun. That is for sure. All right, we got everything out of there. Ah. Wow, I wonder how much embarrassing assembly we're gonna have to do here. This looks really cool though. This looks really cool. And I gotta say, I'm super excited about this. Like, this is, what is it? Oh, it's like a fake, what's in here? Oh, there we go. Like, this is massive. I can't wait to load this up. I mean, I'm gonna try it in the I'm gonna try it in the Titan first, but I mean, this is gonna be a good time in the backyard as well. So Matt, you can use that Halo blaster with 10 shots, and I will use this Titan drum with my Dart Zone Pro Mark III. Cool? Perfect. I'm gonna put some batteries in this. And if you're watching this and you're like, why does he not know where anything is? I kind of purposely, once I pick these up, I don't really pay much attention to anything that I haven't used. I really like when I open up a Nerf blaster, I do really like to experience it for the first time. It's kind of like spoilers in a movie for me. No, I've gotten away from that a little bit because I have started with like the rival, like the new rival coming out. I mean, I've talked about that a little bit, and I am kind of like drooling over those a little bit. And I was watching at Xbox Games. He has a couple really good videos already on. Well, I watched a stream of him looking inside of the Fate, and I know there's another video up with the Vision. I believe I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I love the look of those. I love the colors and everything. So you should check those out if you actually want to see somebody with those in hand. I ordered a Pathfinder. A Pathfinder came up on Amazon. Sometimes when things for Canada come up, excuse me. Sometimes when things for Canada come up early, they're like overpriced. This was like, this was $42. I don't know why it was available so early. So yeah, so I was pretty excited with that. The drum mag. The drum mag is the entire reason that I did get the Titan, to be honest. As much as this is going to be an awesome blaster, honestly, for like parties and stuff though. Like kids are going to have a good time with this. I actually really like that they have this little trigger guard. Do you know what? The Prometheus actually really would have benefited from something like this. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I'm now going to do kind of the painful thing of I'm going to load these darts, but that's all right. We're hanging out. You guys can chat amongst yourselves. I can try to chat while you're doing it. This is probably the only time this will have elites in it, so we'll just do that. I don't know why I don't have a producer yet. It is got to be nearly there. But yeah, these drum mags are super cool. Oh, Susan. Yes, there are reasons that people don't have drum mags. They might have other priorities, maybe. Just all of the things are all my equal priority. Loading this is definitely kind of painful. So that's the only. So I do love this. I think it's really cool and really neat. It'd be interesting to see, like, kind of have to keep adjusting the tension as we go and load this and everything. Obviously, I think this is really cool. Generally, when I'm playing, I prefer either magazines are good, but for backyard stuff with the kids, I would almost rather just have a blaster I can shove darts in the front. I mean, I feel like I use more rough cuts and strong arms than anything, even with all the amazing things that are here in the basement. I mean, a lot of these amazing things are because I like collecting them. I mean, you're not gonna stop and reload this. This is a one time per thing. Matt, producer equals 1,000 sub goal. Well, that you're hired, Matt. You are hired. Actually, now you're not hired. I want to have you on the show with me so we can talk about those vintage blasters. So this was supposed to be a stream tonight of, that's a good idea, Matt. I'll order another one right now and Susan will come over and hit you. This was supposed to tonight be a stream about vintage blasters. I have some really cool Max Force ones and a Manta Ray and a bunch of cool stuff that Matt kindly bought for me for Christmas. I was looking on Facebook Marketplace. I saw these blasters come up locally. They'd only been for sale for 20 minutes. I contacted the person and they were sold. And I was like, who on earth in this city cares about those blasters except for me? And it was Matt, and he was getting them for me. So it was a pretty amazing surprise. I also have over in a package, unopened, I have my childhood, the only Nerf that I had as a kid growing up. And I bought it off eBay. I'm going to open that up on the next stream as kind of a surprise as to what it is. If you have any guesses as to what my childhood Nerf blaster would have been, I'll help you. I'm 43, so that kind of dates it. Team 2 Mags. That sounds like a t-shirt. Should I need a hashtag Team 2 Mags? That's like it's a variant of one mag, one tag. This is, good lord, this was a pain to load, but it's pretty cool. It wasn't too hard to load, but I mean, look at that thing. Is it bad that a guess of the big bad bow? I'm going to try not to give it away. I'm going to try to react just as excitedly to every suggestion. This is pretty cool. All right. This is pretty awesome. Is this all in frame? What's this now? Team 2 Bags. They do have an overhead mat. Oh, yeah, we're talking about, yes. So, 2 board broads is actually my girlfriend Susan and her friend Danielle. They used to have a board game cafe. COVID kind of destroyed that, which was not great. But they've moved on to other adventures. But we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of board games. If you've ever seen me doing firing tests, there's a big wall of board games along the side. It used to be a lot bigger. We kind of slimmed it down a little bit. But they have a YouTube channel that they just started where they take out like really cool old retro board games. The kind of board games where like you can picture the characters smoking and the board games are so old. Anyway, all right. I'm going to try this out. I'm going to stand up. I don't know if that's just going to mean that you're looking at my belly, but this blaster deserves for me to stand up. Hopefully you can see it. I'm going to click this trigger release here. Look at that! That's cool. All right, this is surprisingly fun. Chrono. Oh, you know what? In the 50s, I had a couple 60s. I'm calling myself pleased with this for like close quarter combat. This thing looks. On Nerf Talk, how you doing? This thing looks cool. You know what, sometimes, and I mean, maybe I'm guilty of this too. I think some of us are all a bit guilty of this. We get a little bit obsessed with, I love this thumb protector. We get a little bit obsessed with like watching reviews and we're seeing people and we're talking about FPS and it's like, if it's not crushing the FPS, it's kind of like a dud. I've kind of let myself get not excited about a couple blasters for that reason. And then later, when I eventually tried them, I'm like, no, this was an awesome blaster. Like the Mega Centurion, that is a cool blaster. It has that false recoil of it. Can I reach it? I'm gonna see if I can reach it. But I think it was, and you know, like no offense to anyone, but I think it was, I watched a video on Drax's channel about this and he was just like, oh, the Centurion, it sucks. Because it's hard to mod. For sure. But as a fun blaster and playing with kids, like this super long prime, when you fire it has like a fake recoil thing. Like it's, I don't know. Sometimes you don't want to get too wrapped up in performance. I feel like Nerf Talk would agree because he's a huge collector. He's just kind of getting into doing some mods, but I know he kind of collects for the joy of collecting, I think, more than that. So I feel like he would agree with that philosophy of not getting too super wrapped up in performance. Yeah, I have to try this. This is amazing. Oh, this is so great. Nerf Doc got the Eagle Point. That's great. That's great. That's absolutely great. I'm very I I I don't think I was super fair to the Eagle Point either, if I'm honest. I mean, I know, and it was pointed out to me too, and I kind of knew. I was more making a joke with the what is it, the Alpha Hawk, whatever I had, and was like, oh, we already had this with the cylinder. Like the Eagle Point performs a lot better. Like it has decent performance. You know, it does have okay capacity, and you know, for people who like all the attachment for it's good value. The Eagle Point's fine. I just personally, I am just doing this for fun. So if I'm gonna buy something, I have to at least like it. Like if I don't like the look of it, I don't know. If it would almost be different if it was the only blaster in a line I love. Like if there's, well, there is, like there's zombie strike blasters that I'm like, I don't really like that one, but I'm gonna get it because I have every other one. But Elite 2.0, I don't feel that same stress to get that. And Beans Dude, waiting on the technician. Again, there is no wrong Nerf. If you love it, then I love that you love it. I just personally, I'm not into it. I don't know. I don't, for whatever reason, I don't like it a whole lot. It doesn't matter. I can't be negative when I'm holding this. This is amazing. I'm gonna go full auto here. That's awesome. That's weird. I never fire elites, and they actually, a couple of them double fed, and I put a new pusher in this that actually fixed the double pushing. I haven't double feeding. I haven't double fed long dart in like hundreds of darts since I fixed that. But elites, they're trash. That's awesome. That is really, 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 really fun. That is so great. Worth the price of admission, I would say, for this blaster. I don't know why Nerf doesn't sell. I guess maybe it lets them sell a few of these. I don't know why they don't sell these by themselves. I feel like so many people would buy extras of these, even if they're kind of overpriced. People would buy more of these for sure. The same with attachments. Nerf just doesn't sell anything on its own. But I mean, that said, you can go to, well, you know what? You go to a thrift store, a lot of times the attachments and that stuff isn't there. So these are actually hard to find. I know I saw a question from Beans Dude. What do I think about Buzzbee? I like Buzzbee. There's definitely some other stuff I like. It was kind of a bummer. I had a couple bad Buzzbee experiences with that Tetra Shot. My Tetra Shot was one of the bad ones where the plastic was too thin on the chain. So like I took it outside and I was kind of excited to try it, and the chain like fell apart. Sorry about the noise of the Mark III. Flywheelers, not quiet. Yeah, I took it outside. I took the Tetra Shot outside, and like the chain fell apart. So that was kind of disappointing. And then it like wouldn't cycle. It was all broken. I saw Family Foam Sport. His was broken. He actually opened his up and fixed it. I packaged mine back up and I took it back to Walmart, which I don't do that very often, but like two things. It wasn't that it was broken. I would have tried to fix it. My problem was more that chain was so thin that I could see stress marks all the time. And then I had one of the bad Buzzbee Thundershots, one of the ones with the bad internals from the factory. I have since got a new Thundershot, and it's better. But it's weird grips and stuff, but I don't know. There's some older Buzzbee stuff I have. I'm struggling to remember the names of them, but I mean, I like something from everything, I guess. They're definitely more all over the place, that's for sure. Yeah, older Buzzbee seems brittle. Yeah, I mean, you definitely get that thinner plastic feeling from stuff. I mean, to me, that's kind of the nicest thing about Nerf generally, is it just feels so much sturdier. I mean, it's all plastic grade and plastic thickness, right? It's like when you get something from the dollar store. I'm gonna, you know what? Forgive me. I'm going to. I want to show you something off. I'm gonna get it from off camera. I'm going to stand up, even though I've been avoiding that. I'm going to do two things. I'm not going to talk too much about these. I'm saving them for the other stream. But when you say Scorpion, I don't know if you mean this one. But we're going to be talking about this guy in the vintage stream. I'm very excited about that. He somehow survived playrooms in the 90s to make it here. I'm coming back. Just, we were talking about cheap plastic, and I'm gonna do a video on this because I think it's funny. I love seeing what Nerf there is from the dollar store, and just how these are transformers that also fire darts. So this is basically this. Hey Shaz, thank you for coming by. Yeah, that one actually works pretty well, and there's actually pretty minimal. Like there's some stress marks on the tail, but not too much. I'm not going to say too much about it because I want to wait until I have Matt to talk about vintage stuff. But when I saw Nerf Talk say Scorpion, how can I not show the Scorpion? But I love getting these cheap blasters sometimes and just checking them out and seeing just how awful they are. This is the equivalent. This is the Canadian version of Xbox games where he's getting his constant stream of exotic Nerf pistols from China, one after the other. Just all these things I'm envious of. So I go to the dollar store and I get made in China dollar store ones, and then I try to be cool too. It's the best that I can do, really. But I'm gonna do a little video on this sometime. These are super dumb, but they're also, I don't know, they're funny, they're goofy. If they were made of better plastic, if they weren't so brittle, I would love to have. Can you imagine? Oh my god, why doesn't Hasbro Pulse, this is where someone will say they did, but why doesn't Hasbro Pulse do a Megatron re-release that's actually where he's in pistol form, fires a Nerf dart? Oh man, I would forgive all Mandalorian sins if that were ever to happen. But yeah, so, and sometimes dollar store blasters are cool, and I actually really enjoy dollar store like bow and arrows and stuff like that. I have a few games that I like doing where I give one person, well, I would give them something like this. Not, I just got this, so not this, but give them something like this, and then give eight or nine other people like dollar store ones where they have to see if they can take out the overpowered one in the middle. I think stuff like that is kind of fun for games. I'm a big fan of doing goofy balance things like that. I see we're at quarter after. I only wanted to go till 9:30 because I wanted to give people, yeah, big money for a Transformer Nerf crossover. Me too, especially if it made sense. Like the Megatron one, 100% I would do. That would be so cool. I'm sure there's other ones though. I'm sure there's other ones that would probably work. There's probably some line of a whole fleet of Transformers that turn into revolvers that I missed somewhere along the way. But the Megatron one would be a no-brainer for sure. Two board broads. I spent most high school theater festivals armed with a dollar store Nerf blaster. Clearly, you were always cool, and now you're even cooler because you're with me. She's a plant, guys. She is a plant. Jetstream. That Jetstream would be really cool. That would be awesome. We have like 15 minutes left. I want to give people time who might be checking out the other darts one. And I only like to do like an hour is a lot to hear me like talking super fast about stuff. But I'm so glad so many people popped by. My daughter's on the stairs and her Udi. How you doing?
Hi.
What are you doing? I'm still going. You can come down, but you gotta like sit somewhere quietly, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna open up one more thing. I'm gonna do it. What should I open? There's time. People have come by. I'm having fun unboxing blasters that have been on the shelf forever. Your choices are, friends, a Scavenger, a Moto Strife, or what was the other one? A Scavenger, a Moto Strife. There was something else I thought. Maybe it's just a Scavenger or a Moto Strife. I do have a Thor's hammer over there somewhere, but no one's begging for that. Oh, the Fortnite Big Boy. That was the other one. All right. So we have a nod to the Scavenger, Fortnite Big Boy. Oh, can you pick that up, my little piece?
Sorry.
That's okay. There goes Thor's hammer. It can be lifted by an 8-year-old. Thank you. So last call for Fortnite Big Boy. We have the Scavenger or the Moto Strike. I feel like nobody cares about the Moto Strike at this point. I just want it for the clip. I do want to upgrade it. So what do we prefer? Nerf Talk is also in with the Scavenger, so I'm going to give it to the Scavenger. Two more, yes. I definitely want to listen to people who do not live with me. I mean, I love you guys, but I'm not going to pick you first in this case because you're going to watch no matter what. You're a captive audience. The Scavenger does look super cool. I'm going to Daniel McPherson Fortnite. We've already you don't live with us, but you're adjacent to us. This is people call this the next one to the other lever action one, which is I just said it earlier, but I've forgotten it again. The Sling Fire. Daniel, I don't technically live there, but you're close enough. We're gonna give other people a chance. I'm gonna open up this bad boy quick. We'll take a look at this. You'll see my childlike glee, and I'll call it a night for tonight. And then hopefully, I'll see some of you on the vintage stream. We got a bunch of zombie darts, which is great. And this is something I think is really cool about this one. Is it has an extra little emergency jolt that attaches into the handle. I think that is awesome. So we're gonna go over here and bring out. This is our like pseudo tin can scope. It is cool. And this is a clip holder. It does it as a baby. It's so cute. It's like this circle of life. I like that this actually comes with 2 clips. They really went into the scavenging, giving you lots of stuff with this one, which is kind of neat. What is this? What are you? You are. Where are you supposed to be? Are you a little light? Oh, you're a little light. All right, that's cool. It's like a screwdriver that's a light. They take a lot of liberties in Zombie Strike, for sure. That's okay. And go here. Here. Where are you attached? There we go. So now I'm going to have to find more room on my Zombie Strike wall. This is pretty cool. All right, it's weird ergonomic wise, but I like that though. Like that's such a neat idea to have that built right in there as a little emergency sidearm. That is neat. I wonder what you take for batteries. I would love to try this out right away, but if it's AAA, I'm not going to do it because I don't know where any AAAs are. And you're not really going to be able to tell right now anyway. I've talked myself out of it. I'm going to close this up and I'll try it later. I'll probably do a short on this one. I've been kind of working through and doing shorts on all of the... I've been doing shorts on all the Vortex blasters, which has been really fun. I have a few more of those to go. And then I'll probably keep working my way through the Zombie Strike ones. I've already done a few Zombie Strike ones, but I'm going to keep it going. Yes, babe, what's your idea?
Oh, no, it's for something it's for the channel, but I'll tell you after.
All right, I welcome your channel ideas. Maybe you tell me after the stream is done, though, okay?
That's what I was saying.
Perfect, all right. So let's load up a clip here, or a magazine, before I get attacked on the internet. Oh boy. It's hard to remember to say the right thing. All right. You have to be primed. I don't know what happened there. Slam fire? I must have been hitting the trigger, maybe. Wow, this thing has so much stuff on it. Where am I gonna put this? I should look at the box, shouldn't I? The box would tell me my best configuration here. All right, so I'm gonna put my clip holder on the side. Oh, I see. Clip holder here. All right. has slam fire. Very cool. Yeah, Vortex is awesome. That I just did a short on the Ravonix 360. That is so good. So good. Button on this. Oh. It actually has a slam fire button. I told you guys, I don't know. I'm going in blind. I'm going in here like a little kid who just got a cool present. And that's how I like to live my life, really. All right, so we got that on. Let's go. Little switch to close. Little switch to choose. I will say, with the flashlight on, I don't know. I mean, it looks kind of neat, but with that on, I don't. It's weird to hold it. All right, I'm gonna turn this switch off, and let's see a chrono. 70. Duplicate. 69. That's kind of cool that it has that, even with a little attachment on it. I'm not an attachment guy, generally. 70. 71. The nice thing, you know what? I wish that they would do. So sorry. I do have COVID. I am so sorry. I do love, and I wish they would do this more. This barrel is so big, so you're not going to get dart drag or anything. So this is actually probably one of the rare Nerf barrels that I wouldn't mind using. I just don't like putting them on and getting dart drag. So we're going to put this on here. I like that it has this onboard storage here for this cool magazine. How do you like to go in? I don't know. Somehow. I don't want to... You go in there. There. Ow. Like that. This is kind of neat. The only complaint, if I'm, again, doing a review on something all of you know, with this on, that's a bit wobbly for me for that. Let's try this slam fire button mode. That's a cool idea. So I don't even have to hold the trigger, which I guess makes sense. I can't hold the trigger on a lever action blaster. I'm catching up, you guys. I'm catching up. This is really neat. I love all the little bits of detailing on this. I would love to do some detail painting on some of the Zombie Strike stuff. It's all so neat. So, you know what? I've said in the past I'm not a huge accessory guy, but I am kind of liking everything they've... I can't get them off. I am kind of liking everything they've done here. Like, it's all pretty functional stuff. This is a pretty cool... This would be a pretty cool blaster to get as a kid and be... Well, as a kid or as an adult. This is pretty neat with all the stuff that it has. Excuse me so much. All right. This has been... Excuse me. This has been really, really fun. I've definitely enjoyed not opening the Titan and the Halo Blaster and the Scavenger. I've enjoyed actually... Oh, the baby! We haven't fired the baby. I was just about to say, I've really enjoyed being able to open these with a bunch of people. Instead of just opening these by myself in my basement, I have definitely enjoyed opening these on a stream with people being able to make comments and look at them. That's really, really neat. So does this have a little tiny baby smart AR? Is that its deal? This is the coolest Jolt I've ever seen. This? What? Oh, I hit the thing. Hold on. 55. I mean, that's not a shocker. Hold on. I'm going again. I want to get good chrono here. 55 again. A duplicate 55. Duplicate 55 and a little 2-barrel. How is this? Is I know I opened up massive blasters. This little guy the star of the show? This is surprisingly good. That is surprisingly good. I love that. And then it clips into the stock. That is super cool. Well, I mean, it's a baby Jolt, but it's a more talented baby. It's like you have a baby, and your baby is super gifted and can do twice as many things as you can do. It is a gifted little baby. So I am super jazzed about that. That is awesome. And, I mean, of course, for true battlefield dominance here, we could always do this. I'll be doing this now to every blaster. It's like we'll just do this instead. Genetically modified, the Grogu of Jolts. Yeah, so I mean, this is even more scravengy. Oh man, this is a cool magazine. So there you go. I opened up 3 things. I was gonna open up 1. I was only gonna go for half an hour, and it's almost been an hour. So thank you very, very much for everyone who came by and left a comment and had a little bit of fun with me while I was opening these up. It really means a lot. It's super fun, and that's what makes this hobby so cool to me. Drum won't go in the Raven. Oh. No, I believe you, but just before I sign off. Oh yeah, of course. Oh, that's too bad. That would have been pretty sweet. Oh well, that's okay. You know what? The Raven's been around the block. The Raven's been around the block a few times. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna go relax. I'm gonna go hang out with my daughter, who's over on the monkey bars, patiently waiting for me to finish. And I hope to see some of you again in a couple weeks. And in the meantime, I'm always dropping lots and lots of shorts. After 500, I have those community posts now, so I'll probably be doing lots and lots of little polls and posting fun little pictures that I usually would put on Instagram. I'll probably share some of those on the community feed too. That's kind of neat. So yeah, thanks a bunch, you guys, and I will talk to you next time. And now I'm going to go do the awkward thing of going around and hitting the button on the camera. So until next time, everybody. Thanks, and yeah, we'll see you at the vintage stream. Thanks, everybody. Outro music plays. Outro music plays. Outro music plays. Outro music plays. Well, he does the big awkward walk to the stream.